Hello there, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Movie Chats with Ant and Rye. And this time we are talking about Keeper. It's an Osgood Perkins flick. This is the third one I've watched of his, but he's done, I think it's his sixth or seventh overall. He's done quite a few back-to-back in the last few years. He's done Long Legs, then he did The Monkey. I think he made this one at the same time as he was doing The Monkey, but there was an issue with the SAG-AFTRA writer strike, so he brought on a Canadian writer. It's actually written by Nick Leopard, who wrote Dangerous Animals. Yeah. It stars Tatiana Maslany. She plays Liz, who is she's going off to a secluded little cabin with her partner Malcolm, who is played by Rossif Sutherland, son of Donald Sutherland. And something's going all right. She's not too sure what's going on, and she's not.
It's weird. It's off from the get-go. Their relationship is not natural. Like straight away it feels wrong, which is actually interesting because at first I thought, oh, is it just badly written, badly directed, potentially badly acted? It's supposed to feel natural, but it's just off. But when she goes on the phone with her friend, Maggie, she sounds very natural. And this is, well, okay, if you put that in contrast, then their relationship is off. And I think this is intentional.
Okay. So I thought it was just bad writing. I found it was just bad writing, as in...
Right.
This is just two people who they don't work well together, and there's weird conversations between them. They just don't know how to talk to each other.
Yeah, this seemed ill-fitted from the start. But I think it's intentional because the movie is really getting you into it's creepy straight away with all the different angles. Like when 3/4 of the shots are covered and you're just seeing a little angle, or when it's coming from the above and you see the person just in the corner. It really feels like it's just like voyeurism.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I didn't mind the direction. I thought the direction was actually quite lovely. It's this little idyllic little cabin. The house itself is kind of part of the movie. It's almost a character of the movie. That just with the sounds of the house, it's all creaking. The creaking of the doors, the footsteps, a bit like how when we did. Oh my goodness, the Australian one where they were in the cabin. You'll never find me.
You'd never find me.
Yeah, where it's like the sounds of the cabin. I had that kind of vibe, which I quite liked. I thought that was all kind of done really well.
Yeah.
I didn't mind Tatiana Maslany. I think
she's
really
good.
Yeah, considering she spends most of the film on screen. It's pretty much just her. There's a period of the film where Malcolm has to go back to town because he's a doctor and he's got to look after his patient. Mm-hmm. Allegedly. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. And then obviously the cousin Darren comes by and he's a bit strange. He's very, this is
very weird from the get-go. Yeah, it's as much as Malcolm, you wouldn't clock him at the beginning. You feel they're just a bit awkward in their relationship. You feel that they are not meant to be together because they are too different. But he's being patient and he's trying to make it work like you would be maybe at the beginning of a relationship, especially if it's their first weekend getaway together. But Darren gets into the picture and straight away, he's an a-hole. He's like, no, I don't like it.
So the first night that they're there, starting to, Liz and Malcolm, they're starting to get a little bit hot and heavy. And then bam, he stops and goes, you've got to try this cake, the cake that my caretaker left. And she's like, okay, it's just weird. And then he opens it, it's chocolate cake. Don't even like chocolate cake.
The cake stuff is weird.
So he cuts just one slice and gives it to her. Normal people probably would go, I said I didn't like chocolate cake. Thank you. Why haven't you cut yourself some? Is it drugged? Do you think it's drugged?
It was very obvious. There is a few things where it's very obvious, like the chocolate cake. That was very obvious. Like you said you don't like chocolate and he's forcing you to eat it and he's not even eating it himself. It is something absolutely off. You need to say no. And you don't seem like you're such a compliant person, so you wouldn't have any issues saying no. And the other time is when he comes back, she wants to go because she's really freaked out. And he comes and he's got a bottle of wine and it's like, stay. It's like, there's something off, man. Like you can't deny it.
Yeah, it's a slow burn for the first hour because I think we've just pretty much what we've just said here is about an hour of the film, and because nothing happens up until about this point, and then she's Well, very little. So she locks herself in the bathroom. She's having a bit of a moment. She finds a photo on the floor.
Yeah.
First off, why is the photo on the floor in the bathroom after they've been there for so many days?
Oh, I think it was something like the spirits had done just to try and warn her.
The spirits. Well, that's like, let's let the audience see that then. Let's let the audience see the spirits. The photo.
It's a movie. I mean, we can get into that after, but as much as I didn't mind the first hour or so, because the atmosphere is very strong and is very being built, and yeah, you don't really know what's going on. The little camera work as well, where there is something creepy just in the background as they are moving and you didn't see it in the first place. That's very well done, and that's very creepy. So it builds a lot of atmosphere. But I think when the movie falls flat is when it needs to explain itself.
Yeah.
The logic just doesn't work.
So we'll explain to the audience. 200 years ago, Malcolm and Darren, who are brothers, I think. Are they brothers?
Yeah, they are the Westbridge brothers.
Westbridge. They saw a woman on their father's land. They shot her, but then she's given birth to a demon who needs to eat people. And if they feed the demon or the monster women, they get to live forever.
Yeah.
That's the story. That's the mythology. And there's
the mythology behind it. My question as well is, why did the witch, the original witch who mothered the demon, why does she look like her? That didn't make any sense.
No. That's the part I was actually okay with.
Really?
That's the only part I was okay with, the fact that the mother of the demons, monsters, was Tatiana Maslany and Lisa's Tatiana Maslany, because that means she's a reincarnation, I suppose.
I suppose if they explain that, but this is also why I don't really understand. So Darren and Malcolm were sacrificing women to this demon in order to live forever. This is really the backstory and the reveal. But Malcolm says, you're special. I knew you were going to be special. It's never really explained why she is special. Okay, she looks like the witch. Why? Yeah, as you were saying, is she a reincarnation? Potentially, but that's never really said.
No. And the thing that actually ground my gears, there's a part where she's trying to get out of the house and she's like going to all the doors and the doors are all locked. And so Malcolm just says, don't ask me why all the doors are locked. It's their magic.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. One, that's the dumbest thing that you can say in a movie is don't ask me why that is the way it is. It's just, it just is. That's just lazy writing. I'm sorry. And I think we've come up that in the past where one of our movies where they go, I don't know why that is the way it is. It just is. It's just like,
it just is.
You need to have an
we need the movie to resolve itself and to move forward. So yeah, the reveal is not the best. When I was watching the movie, as the movie was progressing, my thought was Darren and Malcolm are in cahoots and they're killing women. I didn't know about why, or I just maybe just sadistic, and I was not far off. And there is something about this curse, if you want to call it a curse, is that they will live forever if they are doing sacrifices. But does it have to be women, or are they just misogyns? Because he also collects trophies about all the women that he has sacrificed. So I think there is a bit of a serial killer vibe in there that he's really enjoying.
Definitely. Speaking on Darren, like we see when she's kind of hiding from him in the toilet, he's just killed off screen.
Yeah.
So, but why did the monsters kill him?
Yeah.
When he was like, he just sacrificed Minka to them. So surely they're happy with him at the moment.
Yeah.
Then she has the moment in the basement with all the monsters and all the air brackets children, and they all come to her because she looks like their mother. So they all think she's the mother. Those monsters were not scary. None of them were scary.
They were a bit creepy. They're a bit weird looking and a bit creepy. I wouldn't say scary. Yeah, I see what you mean.
And because the one that's got the bag over its head takes the bag off and it's all very CGI. It's silly.
It didn't bother me that much, I have to say. It's not the best monster design that I've ever seen, but it's definitely not the best either. I kind of like the ending. I really thought that the movie was going to end as she's being eaten by the monsters, because the last shot is the monsters crawling all over her. And then Malcolm is listening to music. And I thought, okay, this is where it's going to end. Basically, he's going to live forever, and it was another sacrifice. And that's it. This sort of bittersweet ending, the villain wins. But that is then hanging upside down, and he's old. He has lost his youth, and then she kills him. I was like, I like that. It makes me happy because he deserved it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah, I did enjoy that. Yeah. I didn't enjoy this at all.
Okay, so what's your score?
I enjoyed parts of it. I
Yeah.
didn't like that. I didn't like the reveal that they were 200 years old. And if you're going to have that sort of mythology, you need to foreshadow it. There was no foreshadowing. I think there was a bit of a snippet of that very first montage of all the women that clearly they dated. That could have been just the women that they've just taken there. They could have just been the women that he and Darren have taken there and they've killed.
Yeah.
It didn't need to be a 200-year-old sacrificial, going to sacrifice you to the tree monsters. It wasn't well executed. It felt like it was just making it up as they were going along. It's like, we're just going to do this, and now we're just going to do this, and now we didn't really think of it beforehand. It just, for me, it was a 2 out of 5. It was not great. I wouldn't watch it again. There's just too many things that just didn't work for me.
I give it a 3 out of 5. I'll be a bit more generous. I like the camera work, the angles that were chosen, and how it foreshadows that there are spirits in this home that is looking over them, but not in a good way. The fact that straight away the relationship is off, and I think that this is something intentional, but you can't really put your finger on it. I thought that was well done. The atmosphere that is being built for let's say the first 2/3 of the movie before you have the reveal is very good. I really enjoyed that. But when then the reveal came, this is where it started to not make a lot of sense. Yeah, I think you're right. It felt, okay, we need to wrap that up. We need to move the story forward. And for some reasons, we had some folk mythology in there. Didn't need to be there. It could have been a better movie without that in there. So it let the movie down, unfortunately. So great atmosphere, a bit of a terrible finish, but I enjoyed part of it. It doesn't necessarily work as a whole, but I enjoy part of it a lot. So I give it a 3 out of 5.
Well, there you have it. Well, what did you all think out there in podcast YouTube land? Did you agree? Did you disagree? Please, as always, leave your thoughts and opinions in the comments. We're also going to put where you can find the link to watch this movie in the descriptions. And yeah, any likes, follows are greatly appreciated.
See you guys.
See ya.